What's up everyone? So today, as the thumbnail might have suggested, I'm going to be taking a look at this Naruto figure from S.H Figuarts. So without further ado, let's get into it. Whoosh. And here he is then. So, this is a bit of a backlog, really. Because ever since I started this channel, and it's nearly been 6 months already, can you believe? I mean, some of you probably won't, because some of you probably haven't even been here before. This might be your first time, so if it is, hello. Basically, I've been buying figures as I normally would, and I wanted to start, reviewing them, because I like it. So now I've got this backlog of stuff, hence Naruto's been here with me for a couple of months. I've got Sasuke. I've even got a Trunks figure from the Dragon Ball line that I've had since about 6 months ago. I think he was the first one I got when I decided I'm going to try and make a channel of this. And, oh, well, there goes the insert, so that's me talking, not paying attention. But yeah, if I want to carry on boring you, if you want to listen, yeah, so he sat somewhere, and I'll get around to it at some point, and I just keep falling behind. Anyway, I'm getting distracted talking about that. Anyway, so we've seen the box. That's me waffling on again. You got pictures, all the regular stuff. I'm sure you guys have all seen it before. Anyway, what we got? So we got let's get that out of the way. So with our instructions, we've got all the different hands that come with it. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hang on, no. All right, so they're not pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs, and then we've got different hands. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 interchangeable faces. That's pretty cool. And then on the back, we've got description of how to hold the Rasengan and the Kunai. Cool. So, right, let's get him out. Nice and easy, like Figuarts do. Let's get that over there. All right, let's take this out. Let's just get this out of the way for a second. So, upon first inspection, let's have a look at him. What do we reckon? Can't see. So the paintwork is looking all right so far. Yeah, I think that face. Look at that face. Aww. So this, yeah. Oh, that's a cool start, isn't it? There we go. I broke it already. I mean, that must be a record, actually. Well, it's not broken, but that is a very delicate ball joint of a foot, which is going to, yeah, cause some problems. I can already see because. Oh, hang on. Maybe if we loosen that up a little bit. Ah, right. That might be why. That joint wasn't quite loose enough. We'll get to that when we get to the articulation. But on first impressions anyway, he's looking all right. I can't see any obvious issues with it coming straight out the box, which is cool. So we'll come back to him. Let's just take a quick look at the accessories and move on. Right, so he comes with 4 extra faceplates, including the one he's wearing. So here is our first faceplate. Now, it's been a while since I watched Naruto, and I am going to struggle with recalling names and stuff of things. So I'm not even going to try. So I'm not even going to pretend I can remember what was going on there. Well, I remember what was going on there, but if I'm going to try and call it something, I can't remember. I'm sure if I looked on the back of the box, it would tell me. But I'm just going to be honest with you. My memory sucks. So I'm just going to play it as it is. Now, I have watched all of the original Naruto. So this will be more familiar to me than the other Naruto because I haven't watched all of Shippuden before. And I just want to say he's got this face. I like these faces that come with all the new Naruto line. These are my favourite. So I'm going to get that on at some point and probably display them like that with the rest of everything I've got so far. But that's his 4 faceplates, his extra ones. We saw the original one that came attached. Next, he comes with 3 of the random hands. See, these are the hands that aren't a pair. So he's got like a sort of clawy grabbing type hand. Now I just saw, oh no, yeah, the detail on that and the finish is fine. It's not like previous Sasuke one I had some extra plastic. But that one looks fine. He also has that hand. Now, why would he have that hand? What am I forgetting? What am I missing? Please don't scream at me because I'm rubbish. I can't think what that was for. God damn it. My memory's bad. Apologise. I do apologise. And this is the hand to hold the effect piece. And he's going to, it just must plug into there. We'll have a look at that in a second. And he'll hold the Rasengan in his hand, like so. The first pair of extra hands he comes with are clawed hands. So, I can't remember, again, oh my god, I am really sorry. But yeah, what the state is when, what, I don't even know what they call it now. Oh, my memory has just gone. Something about doing these reviews, you forget everything. But either way, you can kind of see that you get the clawed hands to go with that face. I know that much. That's what I remember. And for the life of me, I cannot remember names or why or what's going on at this point. But obviously that's when the fox is being released, isn't it? Oh my god, I don't even want to say that because I sound so wrong. I'm really sorry. But there we go. And he's also got this pair of hands, which again are very similar. They're just open hands, but they don't have any claws on them or anything. So they can be used just as open hands. I guess you can look like you're grabbing somebody or holding something. But yeah, you've got your open, not relaxed either though, not like relaxed open hands, because they don't look like they're relaxed really. They just look like they're trying to hold on to something or push or, you know, something like that. You know what I'm trying to say, I hope. Anyway, he's got two jutsu fingers. Well, two jutsu hands. I mean, the fingers, you know, the two fingers doing the jutsu signs. He's got two of them, so you can have them on both sides, or you can have one and the other. So if you want him to hold the kunai, as you can see by the packaging, you can have him in that pose, or you could just have him using both, so he can cross. And again, I'm not even going to pretend to remember what it was called when he does it, because my memory's gone blank. But you guys know what I mean. I'm sure if you're watching this, you were screaming at me, and I can only apologise at this point. And his last two hands. These are holding fists. So they are there to hold the kunai, and you can put it in either hand. So you've got a fist, where it's got the hole in, so you can just pop your kunai in either hand. Simple as. See, I can do that one. And then he comes with two extra thingies. So he's got the kunai. Oh, no he's not. There he is. He's got the kunai, which is actually quite sharp. That got stuck in my hand then, actually. That is quite, yeah. So the kunai is actually quite sharp and pointy, which is quite cool. Just don't get it stuck in your finger like I did. But according to the instructions, this should pop off. Oh, can it? Yep. If I focus, it just pops off like that, and then you attach it in the hand. We'll have a look at that in a second. As long as I don't lose that piece. You only get one, which is a shame. It would be cool to get two. And our last piece that comes with the figure is the effect piece for the Rasengan. And as you can see, it is a clear blue plastic, which has been heavily dry brushed on the top here with a white. And it looks alright. It does look like it's just kind of, no thought was really gone into it. It's just literally a heavy dry brush on the top there, done. But, you know, it's better than not, I would say. It serves its purpose. It looks alright. Again, there's a little plug-in piece. So you plug that into the hand. And then, yeah, it just sits in his hand. So I guess actually once you've got that plugged into the hand, yeah, you know, when he's holding it, it's going to look pretty cool still. So yeah, that's fine. And that's it for the effects and the accessories. So let's take a quick look at the figure then. Right, so let's start with some articulation, shall we? Let's see how these feet do. It's a Figuarts figure. So, oh, look at that. I'm glad that happened just as I was saying something really obvious like, this is a Figuarts figure. Oh, what's it going to do? Let's start with this foot then. Let's see if this foot's any better. So we've actually got some wicked toe articulation. Oh, one thing. Just check the paint tap on these toes, because on all the other ones, it's always reminding me just like dead toes, because they've got the skin app, the paint on, but because they paint it over this blue plastic, I'm guessing, they kind of just do like one, maybe two layers, if that, just to cover it. And it always seems like they've not put any shading or anything else on it. And the toes, the way the paint goes over it, to me anyway, just looks like the toes, just dead toes, aren't they? They're not really... I mean, there's not much else they could do with it. They could have applied a wash maybe just to break it up a little bit. But it is what it is. I'm not complaining about it. It just makes me laugh. I don't know why. It's not really funny, but you know what I mean. Anyway, enough rambling. Toe articulation. Always wicked and much appreciated. Then we've got, yeah, side to side on the ankle. Swivel, swivel. And then we've got this little ball joint, which has been popping off on the other leg. So this one feels a lot tighter, actually, compared to this sucker right here, which, when you move it, it feels a bit better, but it doesn't feel as tight as that one. And we've seen that this one just does keep just popping off from time to time. But then I've just noticed doing that, you've actually got some swivel just where the leg meets the trousers, which is also pretty wicked, because that's broken up quite nicely with how the trouser covers his leg. So you can actually swivel that leg round and you can't even see it. But is there extra swivel in the top of the boot as well? Oh, there we go, done it, broken that one as well. No, so I think it literally does swivel just from here. There's nothing here. The cut's in there, hidden in his trousers, which is cool. I like that. So for the knees, you're getting your Figuarts knees. He bends really well, and there's no, oh, it was smooth actually. That felt really good. You got your hip rotation. Well, double hip rotation, I guess. You got that cut, the Figuarts cut, right there, and then you've got your joint here, so he can do. Oh yeah, he can go full splitter. Look at that. So he's doing the full splits for you. So there's some good range and motion there. He can go, well, he's going about that far forward with his front kick. And he's not going behind actually. So, oh, god damn. Come on. So the actual bum is preventing that leg from going backwards. So there's no going back, so it's going out to the side, but you're not getting anything. So it goes forward, but you're not going backwards. So you can bend, but that hip joint's not going anywhere. So that's all you're getting. That's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Anyway, on the other side, I've just noticed, so the hip cut is basically the same place. I think it's on Sakura. They did a different, it was lower down I think, or something weird like that, but they've done it equally matched there. They just covered it up again with the bandages and the pouch. Speaking of pouches, we've got a detachable one here, and it pegs on just like that, so that's definitely going to come off at some point. I can see it happening already, but that's attached, let's take it off for a second, to this little bit of plastic here. So this looks like it sits, I think much like the other Naruto, it sits on the bottom here, so this joint will go in and it hides the joints there, which I think is quite a nice touch. So, oh, well, I say that until you move it and then it separates and you see the joint, but that's only a movement, isn't it? Once you posed him and everything, it's all golden, and it's what it's meant to do is just hide that, but also give you that extra bit of articulation. So whilst we're on that, you've got this joint in the middle here, and you've got these two pieces that sit on top and bottom of it, which gives him that much of an ab crunch, and then, oh, not much going backwards either. This boy's not moving much, it feels. I don't know if that's normal or regular, I can't remember. I feel like I was expecting more for some reason. But it's definitely hindered by, I think, this part, because that joint gets stuck on that, which then fixes itself there, and you're not going much further. And then same when you're coming forwards, the joint in the middle bends, hits this and this part, and that's all you're getting from that. So let's just pop that back on. Let's move up to the arms then. So we've got butterfly joints, and we've got, ooh, okay, let's go down to the hands first. So we've got ball joint hands, which, oh yeah, they pop off, but there's nothing on the hands, it's all in the wrist here. So it should, let's just try it. Yeah, pops on easily enough. So you've got bend, forwards and backwards, round and round. Then you've got your double elbows. Yeah, and then we've got rotation at the top there, around the bicep. And then you've got, all right, okay. Yeah, so you got like this little bit of plastic that's like almost like a cup, isn't it? Sort of sits into the joint, sits inside of it. Is it a true butterfly? Huh. Oh, it's a bit, it reminds me of the, what's it, the Dragon Ball ones, you know, where the guy's wearing the gi, they have that cut, the little plastic bit that sits on it, so when you want to move the arms, it sort of moves with it and separates, though, to try and keep the costume together, but it's also separated at the same time. So inside you've just got, looks like a double ball joint in there. But you got this little piece attached, so that's just a soft plastic. That's obviously glued on. So that's cool. And then obviously, yeah, we've got some detail on the back. I can't see any markings. I thought I saw something then. And then for the head then, so this collar, I thought the collar moved. It looks like it does something looking at that piece, but I don't think it moves anywhere. So it's not massively restrictive. It sort of goes, you can go look down and look up-ish. But yeah, looking up, your hair, the hair piece is going to stop on that, and obviously looking down, it's going to stop the chin. But that is the design. You know, I'm not sure what else they could have really done there. It is what it is, like I say, sometimes it's just how it's going to be. And then as for the hairs, I just noticed, so you've got this little cut under there, so you've got a piece of hair that's already attached, and then this part of the head has the ball joint inside, and you can move that bit up and down, which helps move the face. And that's about it then, I guess, for articulation. So, shall we have a look at putting some of the hands on? Let's see how good it goes and see how much more stuff I can break on it, shall we? Let's start with the face plates then. We're going to just pop the head off, take that face plate off, pop that one on, and let's see how easy this is, shall we? This should, oh god. Yeah, so that plugs in easily enough, and that unplugs easily enough again. This is a bit irritating now. So, there's a close-up of that face of him kind of angry, yelling, saying some Naruto-y type stuff. And there's him looking quite pleased with himself, I would say. That is the, yeah, that's a, well, sort of cocky smile almost, isn't it? He's kind of telling them what's going on. He is kind of, yeah, is he smiling? Just a bit annoyed, but also quite confident at the same time, isn't it? It's kind of captured that in that face, I reckon. And here's the face plate of when he is tapping into his chakra, the nine-tailed fox, isn't it? That's what's going on. Is it, there's a name for it. Is it Jinchuriki or something like that? I'm not, am I remembering that correctly? I am not sure, so please don't hate on me too much. But I'm pretty sure that is the face of the nine-tailed fox chakra coming through, isn't it? When he starts tapping into that for the first time and starts to use that. I hope so anyway. Let's move on And my personal favourite of all the faces. I love these faces. They didn't have to include them, I don't feel. I feel like it is just, it's a weird inclusion in a way, but I'm glad they've done them because I think these are awesome. And if you've seen any of my other videos so far, or if you haven't, I'll just quickly disclose that all my other characters are displaying these faces currently, and I intend to have them all like this for a little bit before I will eventually change them all up. But this is by far my favourite one at the moment. But for the rest of the review, I am not going to keep it on. I'm going to change it back, and then we'll have a look at some of the hands and other accessories. Okay, so here we have the Ninetales Chakra fingers, I say fingers, it's the hands obviously, isn't it? You change the hands, so it's got the claws, it's got the face, and these go together just like that. And I can't think of a better way to describe it. I'm sure somebody will please let me know if I'm getting it wrong, what the best way to describe this form is, because yeah, I apologise. But that's cool, I do like that actually, now looking at it. Now I've got it all put together with those hands on as well. I think that's actually quite cool. I think there could be some cool poses with that one. And here he is with his finger guns. Not really, no. Just reminded me actually, the freezer review I just did, and I was calling them finger guns, and maybe it wasn't funny, but I thought it is. Anyway, this is obviously his jutsu fingers, so I'm just going to see if I can get him into... Oh yeah, there we go. So, I think I can do a better job of that. What I'll do is, obviously, I'll, as I'm talking about this and showing you, I will edit in some poses, as I just said I would, of him actually doing this properly in a nice stance. But as I'm not editing it as well, when I cut back, you can see that it's not too difficult to actually get him into posing. So you can bend the arm across, the wrist articulation lets him bend straight up, so you can actually hold it there, and then if you want to cross them, oh, it says just like so. Is it front or back? Oh my god, now I'm confused myself. I don't want to get this wrong either. I can't remember if it goes in front or back. Either way, there we go. That's him crossing the fingers, his little finger guns. Finger guns, yeehaw! Right, so this is where we have those hands that are they're just sort of splayed out, aren't they? Now my first thoughts were, this is actually where my mind went, it's to like put them in his hair like that and be like, oh my god. I mean, obviously, yeah, you can have them doing other things. I think on the back of the box art, it doesn't really show you. Well, apart from, oh, actually, they might be if he's running. So, oh, I will tell you something though. These joints are feeling a bit tight. Actually, I'm a bit worried about not moving as well as I thought they would. But perhaps because I'm trying to basically put him in a pose that would look like he's running. So again, on the screen, hopefully, I will show you what I mean. So yeah, they probably actually are the ones to be running behind him, aren't they? So actually, that's probably what that's for. Well, both. It doubles up, doesn't it? It could be anything. You know, it's got his open hands, so he can be resting on something, holding somebody, or like I'm going to have him doing, have it in his hair, freaking out, just like that. And for this one then, so I've got two hands on here. So this is one of the kunai holding hands, and this one is, it's the slightly curled in hand, like the fingers kind of curl in, almost like a tiger's claw. And again, I'm not 100% what this is for. So either I'm forgetting something and it's a very specific hand movement, or it's used for something. But hopefully when I'm messing around with it a bit more, I'll come up with an idea of what it's used for, and maybe have him in a pose with it. But off the top of my head, looking at it, I can't think what this is going to do. I'm probably having a moment, hopefully. No idea. Anyway, let's have a look at the kunai. So let's just put them down, let's grab the kunai. So like I said, the kunai just comes apart. So you've got to be careful because I am definitely going to lose this piece at some point. And then it should slide through his hand. Let's do this one at a time. Or maybe it just slides through that far. And then you just pop the end of the kunai on like that. And that's it. So then he can hold that. There we go. He's looking happy with himself, isn't he? He's got a kunai. And he wants to stab you. Alright, so this is one of the remaining right hands. This is the only one of the non-paired hands, should I say. And you can see like he's got his 2 fingers curled in, with 2 fingers kind of out. And again, I'm drawing a blank, so unless it's something to do, can you do that? Oh yeah, maybe you can have it rested in his head. I'm not quite sure what to do with that. Nothing comes to mind there, unless he has it resting at his side. Yeah, I can't picture. I'm sure somebody out there might know what that's for. But looking at it, this is like I say, without thinking about it and just sort of open this blindly and having a look at it. Nothing comes to mind. Comes into my mind about what that could be, apart from something like, oh no, oh my god, something like that. But I'll have a play around in a bit and we'll see. So there's that hand, and then let's move on to the last hand. And this is the last hand then. So the last hand is the Rasengan hand, and it has the little cutout in his hand to put the effect piece in, and it only goes in one way. So it's got like a little half circle cutout, plugs it in just like that, and there we go. So it's quite a solid piece. It seems to stick in all right, I think, and just attempt the wobble, see if it comes out or not. Moving it around, seems all right. Oh, I might spoke too soon, but no, I think once you've got it in, yeah. It's not quite secure. But don't do what I'm doing. Don't mess around with it. Just put it in there, pose in with it, and leave in with it, and then you're good to go. Well, that's all the accessories then. Shall we get into some size comparisons? Okay, so let's have a look. So Naruto stands about just shy of 5.5 inches. It's just a bit more than 5 3/4. No, about more than 5 1/4, roughly 5.5 inches. So what that means in context then, this is how he compares to adult Naruto, which was released first earlier this year, I believe, still. And also, this is how he compares to Kakashi. And this is how he compares to Sakura and Sasuke, who are the adult forms as well from the earlier releases this year. And just for some other size comparisons, this is how he compares to the Magneto Marvel Legends from the X-Men 97, which again, I've just reviewed, so that's why he's still to hand. So he's quite handy for size comparison purposes. And I've just chucked in a random SD Aerial Gundam in there, just to give you an idea. And here's a comparison between the third form Frieza, which again, I've only just reviewed and put into my display cabinet, so he's still quite handy. And the, not the new one yet, I'm hoping that will come through soon, but the Legendary Super Saiyan Son Goku, which is actually quite old now, but it still holds up quite well. I like it. I can't wait for the new one to come out. Alright, and there we have it everyone then. So, in conclusion then, just to wrap this video up, I think it's a solid figure. As usual, Figuarts never seem to really let us down. Apart from those heel joints that pop off quite easily. Didn't have much trouble with it, but it's something, like I always say, it's, you know, you might have issues when you're posing in, but once you've got them locked in, I mean, they didn't break. I don't feel like they were going to break, it's just the way they are. They're just, if you move it, you know, move it, it'll pop off. But once you got it, you know, you get your pose, you're good, aren't you? You're golden. All the hands are great, the face plates are amazing as usual. They always seem to capture the character really well, I think. And as for the accessories, you know, a kunai, Rasengan, that's cool. It'd be cool if you could buy like a pack of extras eventually to start doing some stuff with, but I mean, I think you've got enough there with all the hands and everything. It's really cool. So, and for the price point, actually, if I remember correctly, I don't think this was too bad actually. Although, like I said, it's been so long since it's been sat in my pile, I've actually forgotten. So I'm gonna go with it was pretty decent, I believe, for what it was. So I think I nearly thought about buying 2 and started, you know, getting some clones together, but I swerved and didn't go down that road, thank God. There's still time, you know, if I ever find them cheap or cheaper, I might still go that way. Anyway, I'm rambling. So yeah, that about wraps it up, everyone. So yeah, I'm happy with this. I think it's awesome. I'm gonna have a look at Sasuke soon because I've got him. And as I have been recording this over the last couple of days, Orochimaru has actually arrived. But who knows when I'll get around to that. It's hard trying to do these in between work life and everything, so I do these when I can for fun. So anyway, if you've watched this, thank you for tuning in, coming to the channel and having a look. Hopefully you'll all come back, or yeah, you'll stick around if you're regulars now. Anywho, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all again very soon. Bye.